Buongiorno. I'm 57 years old. I am too old to be talking about social networks, especially on mobiles, because the generational difference is crucial, is absolutely essential to this discussion. So I come to this not as a digital native, but as a digital old man. The change that's happening is deeply wound up not only in economics, but also in simply the passing of generations. So I speak without a great deal of confidence. But I thought I would talk about what I'm thinking of these days as the elevator effect, which is this. If you were to have invented the elevator, it was your idea, no elevators, you come up with this idea, you could not possibly have predicted what human behavior in elevators would be, what the social norms of elevators would be. You would have no way of telling what it is that people would do in them. It's even something as simple as a small room that moves between floors. The range of possibilities for what human beings will do in that space, once you have invented that space, that range is too wide. We cannot possibly predict what people are going to do in social spaces, physical social spaces as well as online ones. You would never have predicted, for example, that at least in the United States, the right social behavior in elevators is to stand straight, looking forward, looking over the head of the person behind you at some imaginary spot in the ceiling so you will not have to talk. That's US social behavior in elevators. It's unpredictable that that's what it would have been. So as we build social spaces on the net, it becomes impossible to predict exactly how we are going to inhabit them. So of course we have to give, when we build these spaces, we have to give people a set of tools and functions, things that they can do in them, and so we do, but that is still not enough to enable us to predict what people will actually do with it. So this is a site, this is Flickr, a social photograph sharing site that gets 1 million photos a day, which is a lot. Facebook gets 8 million photos a day, which is much more than a lot, and is unpredictable. Flickr would not, I don't believe, would not have predicted that Facebook, which obviously is not a photo sharing site, nevertheless would have 8 times as many photos per day. So this is a page that was put up by the US Library of Congress a few months ago. 3,000 photographs from World War II, beautiful color photographs they had not released otherwise. So as an experiment, they put them up on Flickr, which is a very, very interesting thing for an important government institution to do. And they've had enormous good success with it. But I only want to point to one thing about it. So at Flickr, one of the things that Flickr allows us to do, built into it, the functionality, is to use tags. And so people, within the first few days, people started tagging this site. And they used every tag they could think of, up to 75, because it turns out that Flickr only allows 75 tags, because they were thinking, Flickr was thinking, that you would be posting photos of your uncle at the beach, and the most tags you would need would be Uncle Alfred, beach, and sunburn, and that would be it, 4 or 5. 75 seemed like not way too many. So, Library of Congress posts historic photographs. Within a few days, all 75 tags are used up. And so people don't care about what Flickr's limited, what Flickr thought the right number of tags is. People start using at Flickr the comments. They use the comments to insert tags, saying, well, the tag space is all gone, but if there were more room for tags, here's what I would have tagged it. And so their comments become tags. We will route around the limitations or even the capabilities that are given to us, the functionality given to us by the software whenever we need to. What we do in social spaces is what we want, and that is unpredictable. And here's another quick example. This is a $500 cable, audio cable, to connect your speakers. That's, in US money, that's still a lot of money. So, this is at Amazon. Amazon, of course, has comments. And what this page has gotten famous for is not for this product, but because of the long string of hilarious, biting, satiric comments that were left. This is the most popular one. It's quite irreligious, and I apologize, but it's also very funny. He says at the bottom, I only gave it 4 stars in my review because I cannot find music that is worthy enough to flow through this utterly perfect interconnect. It's page after page of sarcasm. Not what the manufacturers intended, and I believe not what Amazon intended, especially when you go to the tagging page for this product at Amazon. Now, clearly the tagging capability that Amazon gives us, Amazon thought would be a way for us to find new stuff. Click on the tag. But in fact, the top tags here generally have nothing to do with helping us to find audio cables. Stupid, immoral, throwing your money away, attacks on the stupid, as effective as using dog hair. So this functionality of tagging has been taken over by users in a highly social way. These are people who are entertaining one another. The point is that social behavior will route around predictability. In every case, this is just part of the glory of being humans, especially being humans together, is that we will not stay constrained by the affordances, by the capabilities that software or any other real-world manufacturer gives us. We will always invent new ways and inhabit new spaces in unpredictable ways. So we're building this new infrastructure. We're doing it together, infrastructure for sociality, including the social networking sites is a very important part of it. And this is, in some sense, this is very new to the internet. Because the internet to businesses traditionally looks like a way of extracting money, which it of course is. And to broadcasters and to the media, the internet has looked like a way of delivering content, which of course it is also. But as we all know, it's actually, in fact, much, much more than that. And fundamentally, it's a way in which we connect. We connect with one another. That's why there's an economics on the web, on the net. It's because we are connecting with one another there. And one of the ways we connect is through financial transactions and through economic transactions. But more fundamentally, we connect through what we say and what we build and what we share. And there may be economic aspects of that. Frequently there are. They're frequently quite welcome. But at the bottom, that's what we're doing. A lot of what we do, in fact, when we share and talk and build is to do this around objects, or it's often called social objects, whether it's photographs or it's music or it's media, movies and TV that we like, or it's things that we buy, or anything else. Any other object that enters into our conversational circle will help to bind us together. We talk about it. It's just that simple. And so these social objects turn out to be very important to social networks. At Flickr, the social object is photos. At LinkedIn, it's business contacts. At MySpace, it's a variety of things. Frequently, it's music. Social objects are actually quite important. So although this social network is new, our ability to do that is new in the world, it's in fact, in another sense, we've been doing it all along. We've been doing it on the web all along, and not only since Facebook and MySpace, Yahoo groups. You can go back in time and see this. Did it in Yahoo groups in a more primitive but worthwhile sort of way. We've been doing it through bulletin boards, going all the way back, and Usenet, all the way back to the beginning of the internet. So in one sense, this absolutely is not new. We have used the internet from the beginning as a way of connecting. Our ability to do so and the permanence of this infrastructure as a platform, its availability as a platform, not simply as a piece of software, is new and is tremendously important. It makes up for a lack that the internet had. The internet from the beginning has known how people and things, how things are connected, how pages are connected, how internet addresses are connected, how computers are connected. It has not known how people are connected. That's a new layer that's being added. It's obviously a tremendously important one. It opens up new forms of sociality as well as new economic opportunities.